And I break it down, like
subscriber
the
base.
idea of making money, I break it down into 3 steps. Like how these 3 are the 3 qualifiers whereby you decide whether you're going to do this thing or not. To guarantee yourself making money in 2023, you need to have 3 boxes checked. The first is you need to be the best at what you do, right?
And that can't be like you have to.
You have to be the best at what you do.
Acknowledge that you're not.
Yeah, and exactly.
And use that to learn more.
Exactly. Humility is extremely important.
You're not supposed to be good at the beginning, like.
But it's striving, right? So become the best at what you do. And that doesn't mean at a global level. That may be at a regional level. That may be at the level of your district or your audience or whatever it may be. Become the best at what you do. The second is make sure that what you're doing is in high demand, right? Because you need a big audience in a big pool of people that, or a potential evergreen ecosystem that allows you to have a big customer base and to be able to scale and expand. You can't do that with a small audience.
Yep.
So you need to be the best at what you do. You need to be doing something that's in high demand. Market. And then finally, you need to do something that makes you irreplaceable, right? Which guarantees you what? It cements your ability to scale. Who's going to replace Amazon?
Not possible.
Impossible for now.
AI? But they
correct.
They own all the cloud.
There you go.
Side topic.
So you need to be extremely good at what you do, the best at what you do. You need to do something that's in high demand. And you need to be irreplaceable. Your ability to be irreplaceable.
I would finish that statement.
Your ability to be irreplaceable gives you the safety haven whereby you can thrive. And you become irreplaceable by becoming the best at what you do and by being in high demand. Why? Because if you're in high demand, that means that there's job opportunities and job openings. And I know that this theory is true because look at the amount of premiums that Facebook and Amazon and Google were paying for software engineers in 2021. Because they were developing crazy. Yeah. Dude, the bonuses were nuts. They were poaching each other. Why? Because these software designers, they were the best at what they did. They were in high demand and they were irreplaceable, which means you need to pay them bonuses to keep them around.
So I would, on the irreplaceable, I'll put it in a different phrasing than how I like to think about it. It's you're choosing to do something harder than what everybody else is doing. So drop shipping, the reason people think drop shipping is dead is because anybody can do it, really low barrier to entry, sounds really easy, get a product, do a TikTok video. But people don't understand the depth of which each step you need to go into to actually be successful at dropshipping. You can be successful at dropshipping. Is it the best model? No. You want to actually get the product yourself, have your own warehouse so you can get higher margins. But within that discipline, it's not like shipping a product, making a store, and then running an ad is going to make you successful.
Dropshipping isn't the skill. You're learning.
It's the copywriting of the landing page.
Correct.
Psychology. Read these books.
Marketing, sales, fulfillment,
how do you
administration.
Make the most eye-catching first 5 seconds of your TikTok so the algorithm hits? What do people respond to? Do they respond to an explainer video because you have an older demographic, or is it an 18-year-old kid who just needs instant dopamine, deep-fried memes, like the most ridiculous sound design? Like, you have to be very conscious of who this would be for, where they live, what gets their attention. They get to a landing page. How do you convince them? How do you show them that this is their problem, this can solve it? Like, there's so much fucking depth to each level.
I agree.
And people just think they're going to make a store, run an ad, it's going to work.
And that's why people are like,
that's naive.
What are the best
to kill?
What are the best niches to drop ship in 2023? The best niches is pick up a damn book,
Read
motherfucker.
A book. Yeah, that's so funny.
And learn.
Yeah.
Dude, the fuck you doing? Do you think I'm going to answer your bullshit ass DMs and give you years of experience for free when I don't even know you? You're not even my boy. I would never in a million years. You're not even ready for it. And that I think is part of why drop shipping is harmful and a lot of online businesses are harmful,
right?
Is because the barrier to entry allows people to reduce friction, which goes back to my initial point. Your ability to think and to process information differently than other people is what's going to give you an advantage. The reason I did $16 million in 2019, right? 2019, 2020 in drop shipping was because I thought about things differently. So when COVID rolled around and masks were like the hot thing and hand sanitizer were the hot thing, all social media platforms got together and banned them on the advertising platforms. Why? Because the margins were stupid. People were selling masks for like $100, like just price gouging. It was disgusting.
If you had the supply, you just ripped
Correct. And what did I do? I was like, well, I'm not going to go against terms of service. I'll get all my ad accounts shut down. So what did I do? I thought. I was like, okay, maybe I can't sell it to people, but the fear and kind of the entire narrative is still in people's minds. Who else is in their home that they extremely love that isn't a person? Their pets. So I was like, okay, let me redesign sanitation and house cleaning products for pets. And I ran up the fucking craziest
One
ads.
extra little touch, one
There you
extra little
go.
niche.
The same products marketed to a different pocket, to a different audience
You
in
love
a
your
way.
pets, don't you?
And the thing is, it's true, right? Because the
Yeah.
products were eco-friendly.
Exactly.
They were bioavailable.
Foundational, 100%.
Yes.
I
So
know
they
we
were
sound-
extremely good. So one of my criteria for product research is the product has to work, right? And that's extremely important.
It's kind of rare in that.
You
niche,
cannot scale because I'm not here to do $50,000 on a product, dude. I'm here to do $5 million on a product, $4 million. I had the 10th or 12th biggest ad in like Facebook history at that point. I think it had like a quarter billion views in paid traffic. Like I think it was like 100,000 comments.
That's impressive.
Something really
To
crazy.
scale that high, yeah.
So
Profitable.
what I needed to do was make sure that the product was quality and that it was good, but I marketed it differently.
The word of mouth is literally what pushes it past that, essentially.
Agreed. And that's what people don't understand about the ad platform is that the ad platform needs to push to virality. If your business is only sustained by ads, you're fucked.
That's just the test to see
You're
if people will
fucked,
spread
dude.
it organically. And
Exactly.
so that's why dropshipping. I personally, I think dropshipping was the best first business to start because I learned what the steps were. Because I didn't even know that you needed to like make a funnel or run ads or whatever. And so I learned the whole steps. But then it gets really easy to protect your ego and to fall into the trap. Be like, oh, this ad didn't work. I need to get a different product. So I need to test 100 products. But it's like, no, you need to test like every aspect. Test the ad, test the video, and just make it better instead of just defaulting to the product or the business model and like giving yourself a cop out. So I don't think dropshipping is the best thing to start, but I do think it's the best way
What
to
would you
learn.
say is the best thing to start, in your opinion? I'm gonna turn this fire thing on. You
Dylan,
want to turn this fire thing on?
I don't know. I teach future technologies, which are not the best to start in the short term. Like NFTs are going to be big in 3 to 5 years, in my opinion, or
Okay.
maybe less.
So okay, back to my
AI.
question. Where do you think AI?
But again,
AI
is-
arbitrage? AI arbitrage?
Yeah, but you have to still you have to know how to hire a developer. You still have to know how to market something. And so it's like the best one to start is just to start something. Like I think it's a hard like if you're literally
like
nothing,
flipping,
a
selling.
physical hard skill that you can sell to people in your social network in the first place.
Okay,
My
so a
first business was
service.
video. Yeah.
So a service.
To make enough money and then in your free time start testing
And what I would say also, bro,
SaaS
is
product.
get a skill that'll put you into extremely valuable rooms. Make sure that the skill that you're gonna get is in high demand, that you're the best at what you do, and that you're irreplaceable.
Facts.
And
100%.
so get a skill within those
All you
three
need.
criteria. I think that's
At a high
great way to
level,
put
that
it.
nails it. But you have to understand how much depth there is to each level. And if you're doing the service approach as your first business, aka like video, you can pick up a video, shoot a family
I think people have
event.
the wrong opinion about entrepreneurship, bro. They're
Just
so
listen-
microwave. They're microwave mentality
They
about
think
everything.
they need to go straight to
dude.
the top. But if
Fuck,
you're doing a
dude.
service and you're making money, make 1,000 a week, that should be your first goal. Just when I was shooting videos, I would just listen to podcasts or audiobooks about psychology, about sales, about how to talk to people, or anything I was interested in. And so it's like you're doubling up. I'm actively getting better at the skill, meeting people, so I'm practicing my social skills, selling them on my services, while also simultaneously learning while I'm doing it the whole time. I'm editing videos, podcasts. Like you can learn from the best fucking people. The reason my AI videos are doing well is because I just watched, literally like I said earlier, all of the CEO podcasts 2 weeks straight, didn't do any work, just learned. And then I could pick up what they were putting out and then just say it in an interesting way, and it just clicked for me. So I just made videos faster than people because that's my
And they're
focus.
fire, bro.
And that's because I just spend time learning.
Yeah.
And then I can be out in the world selling videos so I can talk. And I made videos for years, so I got good lighting and I can do it fast.
Got good lighting here. That
It's
is
all a
true.
compound of like video.
I'm guessing the lighting's
marketing.
good. I haven't seen the camera, but I trust you, bro.
I like dramatic, moody lighting, and I only could bring one. If I could have had a choice, I would have like 7 here. But I think the symmetry's good. Backlight makes you pop. Rembrandt, nice triangle in your face. Yeah, good vibe.
Good, bro.
I just flexed right there. But
The
yeah,
camera
I mean,
gear.
do you think there's a first business that would be best? I think it's so subjective.
I'm
to
so
person's skill set.
I'm big on.
What are your advantages as an
So
individual?
you can sell in 3 different departments. You can sell physical products, digital products, and services. Most things fit into one of those 3 categories: physical products, digital products, services. Let's talk about the pros and cons of each one in the next 60 seconds. Pros and cons of services. Services, it requires a lot of sweat equity and hours.
No scale.
Scaling is extremely difficult unless you hire people.
Still.
But easy to enter if you want to, let's say, mow grass, if you want to do plumbing for yourself, things of this nature. It's extremely possible to make money in that avenue. Services is possible, but you're also a slave to your clients. We talk about a lot about the social media marketing agency stuff. That's also you're like a slave with golden chains, because these guys, if they want to call you at 4 a.m. and they're giving you
Right.
$4,000, $5,000
Yeah.
retainer in the morning, these motherfuckers, they want answers.
Been there, done that.
Right? So you also have to look at the headaches and the cons on that side. Physical products, cons, supply chain is fucked across the world. Margins are extremely slim if you're running paid traffic. I would say your cost of goods should be 25% off of your 100%. If it goes past that, there isn't a lot of margin for error. And then people need to take into account not just margin of profit, but margin of error, because there needs to be kind of that area. Chargebacks, broken products,
supply chain breaks,
anything that happens. It's like your maintenance money.
Out of your control, yeah.
Correct. So you need that buffer. The pros with it is that you can literally pick up TikTok organic and you can sell a product.
It's never been easier. But you have to
they're the nuances there. You can get a landing. Correct.
Everyone can do it now.
Correct. So. Exactly. So the
different game.
The sustainability goes back to what we said, thinking, right? And that's where the advantage is going to come. And then the final one is your digital products, which are extremely good. People running info products, dude. You don't.
SaaS is the answer,
dude. It could be, but there's a lot of people that can't go SaaS. But let's say you're ripped, right? You could literally start an Instagram account and a TikTok account and be making 10 grand a month after a year. Yeah, just running an info on how to build a physical body that is phenomenal, right? So you can have.
But you have to have that skill first.
Correct. But these are the three avenues that you can approach for sure.
Copywriting, all.
But they all apply across the board. But within these three pockets, you can find your avenue: physical products, digital products, and services. Pick one, attack it, and get extremely good at one. I was focused my entire life on physical products. I haven't done info products. I haven't done anything in that niche. And right now I am going into digital products because I want to get really heavy back into crypto. You know, right now I don't fuck with crypto. I don't really like the condition of it. But the thing is, if I want it to change, I have to change it, because if we don't take action, then who's going to, right? Like, why the fuck wouldn't I go out and potentially create an exchange that actually holds the customer funds?
That defeats the whole purpose of crypto.
You know, like, why the fuck would I be fractionalizing my customers' money? Why couldn't I just be responsible and just make money on trading fees or whatever it is that I do, or listing tokens? So the point is, there's so much room in the ecosystem of services and digital products as well, which is kind of why I'm transitioning out of physical, because there's tightness and difficulty there and friction, and I hate friction.
100%.
To more into digital products and exploring kind of the internet space.
Software, infrastructure, like Web3, specific smart contracts, different standards, learning.
And you guys are closing. You guys are closing top. I'm not talking about it, but you guys are closing. You guys are building super close ties with industry leaders based off of the information that you've developed and the skill sets that you've developed in this decentralized space, which is really crazy.
We want to make the change. We want to set the standard. Crypto, NFTs, horrible reputation for what the outside is, but the underlying technology, huge problem solved. So that's why I think it's the best one to be in, because it's got digital ownership, no bigger scale, in my opinion. AI, no bigger scale. When you talk about size of the market, those cannot find two bigger markets than that. And then they're also the most high leverage you can be if you can productize and make software packages out of them. So that's what we like to work on.
I agree.
But it's going to be big 3 or 5 years before we see that
reward. But it also takes,
the reward's going to be fat.
You need money, for example. Like, you guys probably have mad dev costs and all these things.
Close to 6 figures.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So not everybody can do that. And I think that SaaS is dope. But if you're not a tech like CEO, and you're like the marketing CEO or the branding CEO, usually you want to have something that balances both ecosystems out. You need somebody that pushes product and somebody that makes product.
Because when we're talking drop shipping,
you're
the jack of all trades. You have to do all of the 10 things.
Correct. Which is difficult to do when you're doing software. It's like, it's kind of fucking crazy.
It goes from, once you have enough money, once you're making $50K, $100K a month, you take all that money and you hire the best copywriter, the best ad writer, the best media buyer. Like, that's what you do, and that's how you get to the 100 million.
And it's getting to that initial place. That's why so many software companies go into funding and raising money.
Which goes back to being irreplaceable, and that's why they pay so much.
Correct.